Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hey everybody, it's Liam and Big Al, and this is the Badcast.
Oh shit! It's the Badcast.
Man, oh man. Can you believe it? Big Al and I have been left to our own devices to try and get this podcast making machine going, and I think we've done it.
But we never know. We could be talking shit for the next half hour to an hour. And this may come to you. If it is, well, it's
Great.
But if not, well, you guys will never know.
That's right. You'll never hear us fucking it up if this doesn't go on the air. And if it did, then we are technical geniuses.
But that's it. It's the two kids. Papa Bear isn't here. The tech guru. Of,
Yes, the tech guru. Andy, we should say what's going down. Andy has got he's in the Ozcast network on working on a few other shows. And so probably for his future political ambitions, he's decided to leave the Badcast. And who could blame him, really?
No, that's right.
No, he'll be around. He'll be doing some guest hosting spots, and you can always hear him on the Ozcast network. He's on a bunch of the other shows, so check them out, and you'll be able to hear his silky smooth pipes if you so desire. Big shouts out to Ando.
Yeah.
Thanks for setting the rigger. He basically did everything for me. He kind of just made everything line up and just said, turn it on, and it'll pretty much work. So that's what we're doing.
I've done that with computers before, but then you still have to ring tech.
Yeah, of course.
They go, have you turned it on? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. The creepy ones when they I don't know if you've had that one where the tech guys will take control of your computer like a zombie computer.
Oh, yeah.
And they can just do everything for you. And I'm like, oh, don't open that folder.
Even for me at work, I get paranoid. I just go, for that split second, you just go, oh, that's right, I'm not at home. It's totally fine. But you just quickly go to find out, okay, shit, what have I got opened up? What did I Google last?
It's funny,
Is that work appropriate?
If you see a lady's phone, search history, there's a big long list of things.
Yep.
You see a guy's search history, there's nothing there. He never uses Google ever.
No, yeah, we do. It's always incognito.
Yeah.
Always incognito.
I've actually never used that, but Google has a couple of times suggested it to me. Maybe it's trying to tell me something. Are you sure you don't want to go incognito on this one?
You know what happens? They always suggest that after you've actually redone your browser, deleted your browser history too many times, it'll just go, hey.
Look, mate, don't save your time.
This is computer generated, but we know what you're doing. Just for your marriage's sake, just fucking incognito, please.
We're Google. We are the ones that complete the filthy search terms that you're putting in the first place. We know what we're doing. It's all going to be fine, everybody.
Yeah, and you can always tell that when, in your Gmail, you've next minute just got a voucher for, Pornhub, and you just go, hey, how do they know this? How do they know this?
Making shopping fun again. Which is what's happening there.
Because I have to say, it's bloody scary stuff. The amount of stuff I Google, and then the next minute it's on your Facebook.
Yeah.
Or you put a post up, and I think I mentioned, you just go, oh yeah, went golfing. Next minute you've got golf games and incognito the whole way.
Dude, and if you don't go incognito, you get viruses. That's what I'm talking about. Well, maybe you get viruses anyway. Because actually, incidentally, I got a guy I know, let's just call him that, sent me a link, a suspicious link. Now, I'm working in some podcasts and in media kind of things. So people send me links with Dropbox files and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Now, I knew this guy and he works in a similar industry. So I just took it on face value that I needed to click this link to check out some video. And I clicked it. Oh, my God. Seriously, what happens
Was it filth or was it like...
Well, it may have been for other people. It looked like it went to different things for every person that it went to, right? For me, it was just a dude sitting in a canoe. It somehow uploaded some kind of application on my browser, and then what would happen is it actually kind of took over Facebook a little bit.
Jeez.
It sent out heaps of links to everybody else, the same link that I got, right?
Yeah,
just
right.
for them to click. And I'm assuming everybody when they click, all of their inbox gets sends it out to everybody. But it also made like some of Facebook's buttons disappear and stuff.
Jesus.
So you couldn't even like go into your settings and stuff. And I just had to shut my Facebook down. Like I'm just shutting it down, man. But the worst bit about it is like I'm sending it out to all these people now. You know, I've got a few people on Facebook, and I've got a kind of a fairly. I don't put a lot of private information on my Facebook, right? So, and I've got quite a few people on there, lots of work type of people and stuff.
Oh yeah, because we're using Facebook like LinkedIn.
Yeah. Oh man.
Only because I can't work out what the fuck LinkedIn. Yeah. How does that work? It's like it's too adult. It's too adult.
Boring, man.
Yeah. Or do you have cat videos on LinkedIn? Oh, fuck off.
No cat videos. Get fucked.
Yeah. So you got work people. You've got
So
in-laws.
So like even like same time. Who was in charge of one of the really big radio networks in Australia for years and years. And now he's a big podcast guy as well. He's kind of just going, what is this? And once I'd realised what's going on, this is what made it even worse, right? I'm trying to send everybody quick messages. Don't click on the link. It's spam. Sorry about that. And I'm cutting and pasting, and I'm just sending it to everybody who I can see in my outbox has got this fucking thing, right? But then Facebook has gone, oh no, wait a minute. He's emailing too many people. He must be spamming people. So it wouldn't even let me fucking tell people it was a fucking virus. Oh my God.
Quickly, you get to him there. He's onto us.
It's that people have been slagging me off for the last month or so.
Well, I don't think I got one. So.
Oh, you didn't? Well, congratulations.
No, which is good.
Another mate actually said to me, yeah, I saw that filthy video you sent me. That was, I knew it was spam. I went, oh no, actually that wasn't the spam. It was just something I sent you, dude. Yeah. But,
yeah, nothing worse than finding out you've whacked off to spam.
Yeah, no,
it's
you feel violated.
Oh God, yeah, that is the worst, isn't it? Where you it's almost like that moment where you accidentally send an email to someone who it's not supposed to go to because you've been bitching about that person.
Yeah,
and you just go, oh no, oh fucking no, oh no.
Hey.
Yes,
I was just thinking we should do a couple of shouts out to some of our fans. There's a couple of things going on. We've been talking about. Well, let's start off with this, right?
Yep.
We've been talking about this kind of what did you want to call it? The farm to
the city.
But I was just thinking, right? What about this?
Okay.
You know how you've got the city to bay, right? When is that?
Well, I think it is 16th or 17th of September.
It's pretty close, right?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Wow. Well, because I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny to do the reverse of the city to bay, but without being healthy, we go and get drunker and drunker as we walk in the opposite direction of all the healthy people.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
bay to the city.
Bay to the city on the piss. And what do we have to do? Eat hamburgers and drink beers?
Well, I'm just thinking about like just kind of breaking it up, but otherwise we could just neck 12 beers.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking maybe a whole stubby, but like just a party, a plastic party
Do
cup.
we have to run or can we just walk?
Oh, you could walk it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd prefer it.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm going to get a stitch before I eat or drink anyway.
Okay,
So
okay.
you add that to the mix, I'm pretty much fucked. Right? I'll just be having stomach cramp. I'll be going through labour just within the first K or after the first hamburger or drink. But
Tricks for new players in a game like this as well is, map out and plot out during the journey where the public toilets are going to be.
Oh, yeah,
because,
true.
Because it's the city to bay. There'll be people everywhere.
Yep.
And
if you don't believe it's not going to happen, just Google marathon runners who shit themselves. It is quite disturbing. It doesn't matter how fit you are. These guys it's just disgusting.
Because I think in cycling, what do they call it? A natural stop or something like that when they actually, they're riding and they're pissing sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, or they'll pull over sometimes, depending on the scenario. But I'm not sure if it's called a natural stop, if it's the...
Is that how Lance Armstrong lost a nut? It just got caught in the spokes.
Just trying to drain the main vein.
Can you imagine if you're a gifted bloke, if you just spoken yourself?
Oh.
Just flop it out. And just go over the handlebars.
Maybe that's how Andy got his elbow.
Just got a kink in his dick.
Yeah.
Just from the spokes.
So I'm just thinking, Biggie, I just want to do some shout-outs as well to some of the, the people who are listening in parts of the world other than ours, and we just want to do a big shout-out to them. I reckon that's a cool idea. What do you think?
Yeah, so what other stuff? Like, so, I'm guessing Adelaide's got a good following. Is that right?
I mean, well, not as good as it should be, you know what I'm saying?
We've got a lot of people on witness protection living in Melbourne, Liam, so...
All right. Well, what about this? Shall we start with the most popular cities or the most popular countries?
Probably let's go countries
All right,
first,
start
because
with the
I reckon
countries.
there's probably some there I would not believe that they're even listening in.
Okay, well, of course, we have got a few listeners here in Australia, us being stinking Aussies down under, so that goes without saying. The second biggest country is actually Japan.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so we've got heaps of people in Japan and all different cities all over the place as well, so that's pretty cool.
Okay, if you are listening in konnichiwa,
Konnichiwa.
hayo gozaimasu, and can you maybe answer this question? Can you get panties out of vending machines?
Yeah, and if you can, send them here to the Badcast. Third place in the country ranking, we've got the United States, quite a few there. I think people in the US tend to be big podcast fans.
Yep, totally.
After
There, how are you? Fantastic, all the way from Oz.
Are we going to do this with
Is
every
that
country,
racist?
are we? Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
We're doing this with everyone, are we? Well, you'll enjoy this. Next one is New Zealand.
Well, my New Zealand accent always turns into South African and vice versa.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. In fact, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, okay.
I
What
won't let
about
myself do it.
on beach stills, bro? Come
Yeah.
over here.
Next is Russia.
Oh, I'm not going to mess with them.
No. Spain.
Spain, nah, got nothing.
Got nothing there.
Nah.
Hola, amigos.
There we go.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
we go.
Number 7 is Singapore.
Oh, there we go.
Number 8 is the UK, and we only get a top 9 here. And the 9th spot is Croatia.
Oh, there we go.
Interesting. So that's cool. Thanks for listening, guys, and big shouts out to you in all of your individual languages. Although I'm guessing you could probably speak English, because otherwise, how could you follow this drivel? You know, especially when we get drunk on some of the episodes.
Yeah, they're just going,
It's,
I like to listen to this. They say fuck twice,
Yeah,
3,
very
4
good.
times
Very
every
nice.
episode.
So I'll just quickly go through the top cities. We've, of course, got Adelaide. We've got San Francisco, Melbourne, Minato, which I believe is in Japan, Perth, Sydney,
Because we've got a Monato. Oh, that's a Monato. That's a zoo.
Shinjuku,
Oh.
Brisbane, and Canberra. There you go, Australian cities.
Canberra. Okay, well, I knew the government was listening in. I fucking knew it. when I had to pay money on my tax, that's when I knew. You little fuckers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got stung this year, did you?
I did get stung by
Yeah.
the fucking Medicare levy. You little fuckers.
They gotcha, they gotcha.
They did fucking get me. Well, I wanted to do a bit of a shout out as well.
Go on.
We've got a few people that are actually interested in doing the farm to the city, or maybe the bay to the city.
All right.
So
I
we've
like
got
this.
we've got Stewie on board. He's ready to go. So he's going. Yep, nah. Lock us in. I want this to happen, mate.
I need this.
He definitely does. And then we've also got, I think it's Chucks who's interested as well. So
No worries. If you want to
oh,
come on.
Chad, there he is.
G'day, Chad. Thanks for listening, mate, and thanks for getting on board. If you want to get involved in this fucking walk, what's the deal?
Well, yeah, I don't know. Just
Fucking, you are a way to sell it, man.
okay. Well,
yeah.
first of all, we're going to have a disclaimer because there aren't any fuckers dying. So we'll, hey, look, if you got legs,
No,
we
a
don't-
disclaimer's not going to stop anyone from fucking dying.
Yeah,
It's only
okay,
going to
yeah.
just absolve us kind of any responsibility.
Okay, well that's fine. So if
That's
you're willing,
fine, yeah.
if there is potential of dying,
Yeah.
you have to be willing. That's okay,
die.
right? You have to be willing to eat a couple of burgers.
Jesus, fucking, you're going to be willing to die and eat a couple of burgers? Quite on the different ends of each spectrum, really, on the risk, kind of thing, death and burger eating.
Yeah,
But,
it just sounds like we're doing a tour of Elvis. We're just doing the Elvis tour. No, so you have to eat and drink. Okay, well, when we say all ages, have to be over the age of 18.
Of course,
Or have a
yes.
fantastic fake ID.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
too fussed.
Yep.
And if you're willing to go topless, it's all okay as well.
All fine.
That's exactly what I'm wearing a crop top.
And so, we'll be wandering. Now, all right, this is my question to you,
Yeah.
Biggie. We're going to need some kind of support crew. How is
That's
this
right.
going to go down? Who is willing to feed us? What are they going to be doing? They're going to be giving us
Well, what
a
I was thinking
beer?
is a beer every kilometre. But what about if we do 2 beers at every 2 kilometres? That makes, because to be honest, I just don't think many people would want to volunteer. To be honest,
You know what? We need some kind. It's a booze wagon.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way.
There we go.
You've got a mobile booze, and it just stops at certain
Brilliant.
checkpoints. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, is anyone got a dodgy van with the, you can have the windows tinted out. I'm not going to judge you.
Yep.
You could car share it out for the day before we get it.
If the van
I'm not gonna
says free
judge.
hugs on the side, it's okay. We're willing to make concessions here.
And we'll also have a hug with you. We will. I've told you before, I'll get into a van for lollies, right? I don't take much coaching. I really don't. It's just like... black cats, you can fuck off with them, to be honest. I'm not getting in your van for black cats. Or mint leaves. I'm not doing
I
that.
don't like the licorice so much. What lollies do you like?
Oh, you know the mixed favourites. I don't mind those.
The
but
old mixed lolly bag.
yeah,
Eh?
yeah. Don't mind the old lolly bag, just dangling in my face. It's
I remember when I was a kid, you could go to the local milk bar because that's where I came to Adelaide when I was like 11 or 12, and so we had a milk bar instead of a deli. But here, of course, it's deli.
yeah, it's deli
Makes no real difference. In they all had lolly bags
and milk.
and milk, and you could get what could you get in a lolly bag? 20 cents.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You'd get a couple of like
Chico babies,
raspberries,
bananas.
couple of jelly beans.
Yep. Jelly beans are always that shit. I hated jelly beans.
I don't mind them here and there.
Yeah, they're great if you're diabetic.
They're I remember a kid at school had diabetes.
Oh, right.
And he used to just have I don't understand how the whole disease works, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, yeah.
But all I know is he had in a kind of a first aid kit available to him jelly beans and cans of lemonade at all times.
Yeah, right.
So I'm thinking that it wasn't such a bad thing.
yeah. Well, I think if your blood sugar level dips down, you have to have something to boost it back up again.
Sure.
Because my mate through high school, he was just like, I thought he had terrible diabetes, but turned out he was just a heroin addict. There we go.
There you go.
Thank God, because I was eating all these fucking Smarties and shit.
Different
so,
strokes for different blokes.
There we go.
There you go. Got any soiling stories lately? Soiling fees?
Well, no, I come close, Matt. I came close. It was that moment where it was just like, I was getting my hair cut, and now I don't have much hair to cut, but
Right.
she was taking for fucking ever.
And you're just like,
oh,
you're breaching.
it was just like, seriously, you better wrap this up, otherwise I'm giving birth on this seat. Like, it was just like, and it was just like, it was just rumbling, and I was just like, and when you start coming along and you I think we've spoken about it, but I started making the plan. Like, okay,
What am I going to do? All right, I'm going to knock this guy out the way.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to speed run across these plants straight
yeah.
to the public toilet.
and then you go, plan B, I'm just going to shit in his Macca's bag.
Well, are you all right? Are you if in a scenario like that? Were you thinking to run to the dunny or accept your fate and not shit everywhere and just shit somewhere where you know you're going to shit?
Yeah, look, it was that point where I'm just going, okay, well, we've got leather seats in the new car.
Yep.
As long as the heated seat part's not on.
Was that a pre-planned kind of thing?
Yeah,
Going,
yeah, 'cause
look,
I'm
I do
thinking-
shit myself occasionally, so when purchasing car seats, that comes into play.
But then I thought, okay, do you just let a little bit out? Right, just kind of release
Just
the
release
pressure.
the valve a little bit, just to stop.
So just enough where
So just shit yourself a little bit to save the overall.
That's
thing.
what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, just let the valve off a little bit. So just enough that you can always throw the undies out. Like, I've done that many times before. Just enough to throw the undies out, but not enough to totally soil your jeans.
Do you try and flush them or put them behind the toilet?
Just whack them in the S-men. Just take the lid off.
Just leave it there.
Now,
for
I've just tried to, if they've got paper towel, just put it in the bin. Just wrap it up in paper towel and just...
But that's only possible if there's no other people in the toilet, or are you doing that regardless?
Well,
Just looking at them awkwardly as you're doing it, just gingerly wrapping it up in the fucking paper.
well, it's just the same. It's like, when you don't have any toilet paper and you have to use hankies or socks
Yeah.
to wipe your ass.
Yeah.
and you just go, well, that's the establishment's fault for not supplying with a toilet. I don't care if this fucker blocks.
Yep.
That sock is going down.
Yep.
Right? And I'm wishing I had some woolly fucking sock I was wearing.
Yep.
To make sure that. But yeah, it's.
Well, that's a trick I heard, from Eddie If's podcast, actually.
Right.
Was you kind of got 3 chances if you shit yourself to an extent. If you first of all, if you shit yourself, then you can, you take the undies off. But I guess if you need to kind of wipe and you don't have any toilet paper, for example,
Yeah.
you do have 2 socks.
Well, I think you told me that, and that I did have to take.
Did that just go bing? Yeah, baby.
I was in this place and went, I was like, okay, what would Liam do? So I started whacking off, and
Finished up, then got back on the job. Realised what the situation was.
exactly. So, and then I lost a sock, and it was just, But I've lost hanging.
What, so you kept one?
Yeah, I wore one. No, I didn't think that part through. No one told me. I just told me
Because you
just to
could have
wear
got busted with one sock and you go, look, if you took both off, you go, look, I'm just going for the European vibe,
Yeah,
loafers and no socks stuff.
Yeah, but you're totally right, because I didn't know that part where you just go, yeah, fuck, now I've... and it was like, it looked like I was just limping because, you just got one sock and one not sock, and you're wearing, I was wearing business shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
fucking any time. I'm getting a blister any time now.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's uncomfortable as shit.
It's very...
Well,
very...
not as uncomfortable as shit, actually.
No, that's right. It would have
Less
lubricated
uncomfortable than shit.
So, no, thank you very much for the hot tip. It has come in handy.
Very good.
That once. So, to be honest, now I don't want to wear shoes without socks, just in case.
Get out of jail free card. Yeah, well, of course, I think it's actually smart, especially if you're traveling in like maybe a Southeast Asian country or India or one of those places. Just keep a little roll of dunny paper in the sock, my brother.
Yeah, right, okay.
It's,
Yeah, because it's, you've told me before, if you go to those drop toilets, you're going to have to take your pants off.
Yeah. Oh, yes, the squatters for sure. You're best taking your pants off.
So-
Hopefully there's a locking door there. Hopefully, but even if there isn't, you have to do it. You can't, because you'll just catch it. You'll catch it.
Are you afraid that your cock might swing in other people's shit?
Well, no, it's a deep thing.
Okay.
It's a filthy long. Well,
God.
there's
Like
long,
a big long drop.
There's
kinda.
long drop styles, and then there's flushables as well, but they're not like they're different.
Yeah. So, like, in Australia,
Not
the closest we get to camping and stuff is like, oh, you might get tinea from the shower.
Yeah, no,
Like,
no. Let's just totally divert that line of thinking somewhere else.
We're going to do a camping episode.
Yes.
And I think I've mentioned it before. The only thing about camping is me having to do a poo. Like I'm a big guy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do squat. I could probably get down. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to fall trying to get up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do squats at the best
So what
of
I'm
times.
saying, well, if you're camping, I mean, often there will be facilities available.
Yeah.
If there isn't, you've never shat in the deep woods?
I've never.
Really?
But I've got a plan. I'm going to take a commode with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Yeah, because they fold up.
That's right.
Done.
You take one. Or another way, a more MacGyver way, could be get your belt, lash it around the tree.
Hang on to it like
Because you want to be able to lean back. You're still going to
right,
need to be...
okay.
Look, except you're going to be pantsless
Yep.
in the woods. But you can shit.
Do you have snakes up at Craddock?
Well, there's snakes everywhere.
Yeah, right.
But not really when it's cold.
Yeah, no, but in the summer you've...
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Should have
You
went
bet
camping
your
in
ass.
the winter.
You bet your ass.
Like, have you seen? Like, have you?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
like this is it. No, it's definitely. Look, they're snakes. They don't fucking really want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah.
There are in where we're from here in South Australia some particularly aggressive breeds of snakes here that actually won't always run away from humans. They might actually say, "Nah, fuck you." Style snakes.
Yeah, and I've got a large circumference for them to have a go at. You know what I mean?
They're fucking fast.
Yeah.
One time I was across sitting on my little porch there, and the publican of the town burns past, and he stops at us and then reverses. I couldn't really see what he was doing. He goes, "I've just killed a bloody snake. It was slithering right over to you."
Jesus.
So, yeah, mostly brown snakes.
Yeah.
Which are pretty poisonous.
Are they the ones that just won't give a fuck and just go, oh, come on, you little fucker?
I mean, most snakes will back off, and
Yeah.
these guys most of the time will as well. But they're considered among snakes to be fairly aggressive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, King Brown.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they'll kill you. They will fucking kill you, won't
you
they?
know. Well, you hear fucking look. I'm sure they have killed people.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still want to keep people scared of Australia, so let's not break too many secrets. But you're not going to die in an instant, and
Okay.
the redback that you'd want to be if you're going to get killed by a redback spider,
Yeah.
then you'd want to be getting bit on the fucking neck and probably have the flu and
Yeah, right.
not be very whatever. Like it can get you, but if you're not, it's unlucky.
I tell you what, I felt I got bitten by a snake or something. So big guy, right? I've got varicose veins,
Right.
right? Just that's what you get when you over-exercise, and that's what I keep telling all the young kids.
Yep.
What are they? It's they're in case I met a blind chick, they're like Braille, and
Scary Braille.
But I smacked my leg yesterday. Not just I was getting something out of the car for Mum, and
Is that a euphemism?
no, my dad's body, and just backing it up, and and I've just slammed my leg with her walker straight into my leg, and I've fucking busted I've busted two fucking varicose veins. And
What happens when you bust a varicose
oh,
vein?
mate, I'll show you after, but it's like it's like it looks like I've got a second calf hanging up the side of my leg.
Well,
like
so
it's,
it gets big, does it?
yeah, it's swollen up. So I've got like a massive hematoma on my leg.
Fucking. So hematoma, what's that like?
It's just like the blood is clotted underneath the skin,
Right.
and
Can you lance it?
well, that's what they like. It's so fucking painful. It's so painful. Like, and I have trouble walking at the best of times, and this is really fucking me over today.
Jesus.
And
Are you going to be right for this fucking beta city
nah,
booze hound?
I'll be totally fine. I'll be totally fine. It just loosens the clot up faster.
Okay.
To the heart. It's it was going there anyway. That's okay. It's not going to get in. It's probably going to go into one of the arteries that's already clogged. Yeah, right. So it's totally fine. We are safe. But yeah, it's so fucking painful. Like it was just it's just so ridiculous, and it's just constantly burning. It's just like. At any moment now, I'm not quite sure if the other ones are gonna, because I've got other varicose veins around. If they, when you let off a firecracker and the next minute it just goes to the next one, I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for like, poop, 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 poop.
Yeah.
And just next minute, what's that? Oh, just a Sky Show 11 happening in my leg.
Yeah.
So.
Guy, show 11. Is that however many there were?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
We're not allowed to have fireworks in Adelaide anymore.
Not anymore.
Darwin in Australia, they still have firework night.
Yeah. They have
1st of July.
Yeah, what is it? Darwin Day or
Yeah, Darwin Awards.
tell us. Well, they're closely linked. No, tell us what that is. Any Darwin listeners, let us know. They can have fireworks, and they can have what else can they do? Something else.
Prostitution?
Well, I know that the territories, porn and fireworks are kind of legal, same as Canberra.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So in Australia, if you don't know, you can't actually have fireworks.
No, that's right.
It's illegal unless you've got a permit. But there are a couple of the two dodgy places. Well, they're not dodgy, but the politicians. Canberra is a politicians' town. Yeah, and so porn and fireworks is legit there. Well, and then there's of course Darwin where you can do the fireworks. I'm not sure about the porn there, but I do remember there's a place in Canberra. Speaking of Canberra, called Fishwick. Have we talked about this before?
No, I don't think you have.
So I guess this must have been pre the explosion of internet porn, right? But they used to have seriously like a suburb, Fishwick, that was like supermarkets size porn stores where people would go around with fucking trolleys and things like this. You know, and there's a big fucking row of them, and they're huge stores, man. Like, you know, it was because in Australia you can't actually make porn either. And see, you're learning all this fucking.
There you go.
Seeing how stuck up we are here, you can't make porn except for, I think, or at least you used to be able to in Canberra, and maybe
Right, okay.
maybe in Darwin as well because it's a territory. Yeah, so all the porn was in Canberra, and so yeah.
Wow, there you go. So
There
you
you
can't
go.
even make porn like in
You know,
Adelaide.
I don't think you're allowed to make porn in Australia.
Yeah, right.
Well,
So-
for most of Australia, anyway.
Oh, crap, so I'm not going to get anything from the neighbours.
Well,
that
I
I've
think you can
videoed.
make porn.
Yeah.
You can't do professional porn.
Oh, right, okay.
So you can make well, obviously people probably do.
Yeah,
But I don't think you can do it professionally
right.
as smart.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. There
you go.
In Canberra's a... So you'd have supermarkets of just smut.
Yeah, and that literally there would be aisles. And they were all
Clean up aisle 2, clean up
Yeah,
aisle
oh.
2.
And you can just imagine, I'm not even going to say it, but you can just imagine you go to your normal supermarket and they've got the aisles like coffee and tea and bread and eggs and whatever in the aisle, right? Well, just think about that in a porn scenario. You have things categorized. Categories.
Wow, there you go.
Well, on that note,
Well, on that note,
this has been a bad cast. Check us out on our Facebook page. We put stuff up there, funny stuff. Occasionally, it's funny. Give us a like on there. Give us a 5-star review on the iTunes or wherever you listen to your
is it called
podcasts.
Apple something
Apple
now?
Podcasts.
Apple
you're right.
Podcasts, there
Apple
we go.
Podcasts, Stitcher, iVoox, Audio Boom,
iTunes Radio?
iTunes Radio.
Yeah.
Where else?
Yatla.
Yatla Podcast Addict. Big shouts out to our listeners in Yatla prison. And so thanks for listening, guys. And we're going to catch you next time. Woo!
Whoa, can't wait.
Badcast.
Help us buy more beers and sponsor us. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or badcast.com.au. The Badcast is part of the Ozcast Podcast Network.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.